It's frustrating to be shorthanded, Aaron. Any business can be shorthanded for, a period of time. We can work our way through that. But if that extends over an extended period of time, it has a debilitating effect. And let's face it, most practices are small businesses. We're not talking about, enterprises that have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees. At least not our listeners.
Yeah.
If you're say a mid-sized manufacturing company and you have 500 employees, if you have some positions that are unfilled, it's not crippling for you because of the size of your enterprise. But in a dental office, if we're short one or two people, it can really have an effect on us, and it can really wear our good team members out because of being short-staffed. In fact, I've seen situations where, because the office has not been able to hire, I've seen situations where they lose good team members because they just get burned out. Does that make sense, Naren?
Yes.
And we want to avoid that. So I think one of the things we need to do is start with this with a positive mindset. Recently we read a great book in book club for our clients, and it was titled Abundance. And it was the book that written by Peter Diamandis with the single word title Abundance. And I led that book club off by talking about what a wonderful perspective it is to have an abundant mindset. And I want all of you to start when we start, looking to fill a position. I want you to start with a positive perspective of there is someone out there that's a perfect fit for us. So instead of the woe is me, circle the drain, downward spiral, I can't find anyone, I want you to flip a switch and start with a positive mindset, an abundant mindset, that there is someone out there that is a perfect fit for our practice. We just have to find that person. Does that make any sense to you, Naren, in terms of starting from the right mindset?
Absolutely. I think you're starting from a first principle standpoint, like go back to the basics and, let's get the right fit. So
mindsets have a way of being self-fulfilling.
Yes.
In other words, what's the opposite of mindset? Or what's the opposite of abundance as a mindset?
Oh, scarcity.
Scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so the scarcity mindset is, I can't find anybody. And guess what happens? You don't find anybody.
Yes.
But instead, start with an abundant mindset that there's someone out there. And, this kind of goes back to what your practice purpose is, what your vision is, what your why is. If you're creating the best game in town in your practice, and by that, I don't mean compared to other dental practices, I mean compared to any other employment opportunity, then there certainly are people that would love to be part of your team. So maybe this is a good time to reflect on, are you creating the best game in town in your practice? And if you can step back and look at that objectively, and maybe your answer is, not quite, then what needs to change in your practice for you to create the best game in town?